Private, what in God's name has gotten into you?
Sir. Intel says the Russians are massing here and here. Now, the Colonel has told us to bring what's left of Echo Company back
Private,
to this...
the Colonel isn't here, and the Lieutenant got hit. So that means that I am in charge. And I say that we are holding this ground until the 30th to break through to the east of here. You hear me, Private?
Sir, we're not going to be alive when they
Private, that is an order.
But I'm never going to see my mama again. Or my sister, Beulah. Or my brother, Otis. Or
Private,
my nieces.
Private, pull yourself
or my
together.
nephew.
Private, I'm talking at you.
Or my pig.
You know what helps me in a situation like this? It's Goram poetry. That's what helps me.
Poetry, sir?
Yes, sir. Walt Whitman. It's fracking beautiful. Read it.
But isn't it more important to...
I think that this poetry is the most important thing to you right now, sir.
But...
Private, read it.
Come up from fields farther, father, come up from fields...
What the hell at, you Goram pigs?
Start again. Read it slowly and add the title. It adds meaning.
Come up from fields father, here is a letter from our Pete. And, come to the front door, mother, here's a letter from my dear son. Sir, I don't see how this is helping.
It's helping. Just read the poem, alright?
Lo, 'tis autumn. Lo, where the trees deeper green, yellow and redder, cool and sweeten, Ohio's villages, with leaves fluttering in the moderate wind, where apples ripe in the orchards hang, and grapes in the trellis vine.
See,
Smell
Private,
you the...
isn't this helping?
Yes, sir. It was, sir. Thank you, sir.
What do you mean was? Keep reading.
Trellis vine, smell you the smell of grapes, the grapes on the vines, and smell you the buckwheat where the bees were lately buzzing, and above all, lo, the sky, so calm, so transparent.
Boy, this poetry sure gets me in a fine mood, don't it?
And after the rain and wondrous clouds, below too, all calm and vital and beautiful, and the farm prospers well. Down the fields, all prospers well. But now, from the fields come father. Come at the daughter's call, and to the entry mother. To the right, come right away. Sir, I think I get the point.
Not now, Private. This is the best part.
Sir, Fast as she hurries, something ominous. Her steps tremble. She does not tarry to soothe her hair nor adjust her cap. Open the envelope quickly. Oh, this is not our son's writing, yet his name has signed it. A strange hand writes for our dear son. Oh, stricken mother's soul all swims before her eyes.
Sir, Alpha Squad's requesting permission to redeploy to the southwest. We need reinforcements now.
Can't do that, Corporal. Read all the messages you can get.
Sick boys, that Walt Whitman you're reading there?
Why, yes, it is.
I love Walt Whitman. He was one of the most famous and influential writers of the 19th century.
You know what, Corporal? I like you. Why don't you hold out with us? Here, take the Private's M4.
Why,
Yeah,
thank you,
using
boy.
it.
Oh, hey, colleagues!
All swims before her eyes, flashes with black. She catches the main words only. Sentence broken, gunshot wound in the breast. Cavalry skirmish, taken to hospital with present. Lo, soon will be better. Speaking of being shot, maybe we should relocate?
Shut up and keep reading.
Now the single figure to me amid all the teeming wealthy Ohio with all its cities and farms, sickly white in the face and dull in the head, very faint. By the door, jam of a door leans, given not so dear.
There are... Keep reading, boy. I love these poems.
Dear mother, the just grown daughter speaks through her sobs. The little sisters huddle around speechless and dismayed. See, dearest mother? The letter says, how is this supposed to make me feel better?
Just read it, Private.
The letter says Pete will soon be better. Alas, poor boy, he will never be better. Nor maybe needs to be better, the brave and simple soul. While they stand at home at the door, he is dead. The only son is... Grenade!
No thanks. Don't want any.
Well, it sure would be nice if we had some of those grenades right about now.
Yeah, some poetry would be nice too. Private! Private, read it.
The only son is dead, but the mother needs to be better. She, with thin form, presently dressed in black. By day, her meals untouched. Then at night, fitfully sleeping, often waking. In the midnight waking. Weeping, longing, with one seep longing, oh, that she might withdraw unnoticed, silent from life, escape and withdraw, to follow, to seek, to be with her dead son. Great. Now I'm depressed and screwed. Can I have my gun back, Sergeant?
Man, that poem was great. Really captured that transcendentalist spirit with those beautiful flowing free verse lines. It was just so Whitman.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war zone, and I now have no weapon. So I would appreciate it if
I
one of-
honestly feel that this was one of Whitman's best poems. I really enjoy how he portrayed the mother grieving. It really
How is
spoke to
this
my
even
heart.
relevant?
It's a portrayal of the suffering of war. How is this not relevant, Private?
All right, I'm sorry, but maybe we should get back to.
Do you think Whitman meant anything by putting this poem in the autumn?
How do you mean, Corporal?
Well, hang on a sec. Well, what I mean is that, you know, in the autumn, things are starting to die off. And it's like, they're preparing for the inevitability of death.
Inevitability of death? In case you haven't noticed, they're coming, and they're bringing tanks, and they're bringing planes, and they're bringing lots of stuff that we probably can't handle. So I would appreciate it if you were to get up there and you were to start shooting them, because they're supposed to be not coming.
Private,
And
you sound scared. Maybe you need to read some more poetry.
with all due respect, sure, you can take that poetry and shove it up your...
Speaking of assonance, did you hear that O sound towards the end?
Yeah, that's a good point. Here, cover me. I'm gonna go get the book back.
Thank you. And you can see here how it says, "And come to the front door, dear mother. Here's a letter from thy son." Look at all the O sounds in here.
Yeah, you're right. That is a lot of O's. It's almost like she's praying or something. Don't you get the sense here that she's really fearful? I mean, it really contrasts with all the calm and serene descriptions that you get at the farm.
Oh, you're right. Maybe that could symbolize the inevitability of death. I mean, it is a common Whitman theme.
Sir, I think I hear some...
Not now, Private. No, I don't think so. The mother grieves heavily at the end. I mean, even to the point where we get the sense that it's just more extreme.
I think there's at least a T80 or...
No, not at all. In the end, it says that the mother seeks to be with her dead son, showing us that all that has happened is that they moved on and they will be reunited someday.
Are you crazy? She's sad and lonely. It's obvious that she doesn't acknowledge his death.
Well, while I acknowledge that she is sad, I think that Whitman...
I really hate you, sir.
I hate you too, Private.